Anyway, moving west. No, what the fuck? East. Moving east a little bit. We're now in the Rio Grande. That's Mexico over there. This is once you get down below the alluvial sediments that have, been brought here by the river over thousands of years, you get to the basement rock, not the basement rock, but the underlying bedrock, and it's this basically, I think it's Cretaceous limestone, early Cretaceous, maybe, or late Cretaceous rather, and you can see there's shell fossils right in there. There's a spot in Big Bend where there's actually like it's right on the river, same thing. There's like an ammonite in one of the trails, like that you walk right over. That's the size of a dinner plate. But and it's mostly invasive grasses here, brought by cattle ranchers years ago. Mesquite and Palo Verde. And Trump wants to build this stupid fucking wall like a mile north of here. Anyway, a lot of stuff on Rhamnaceae, the buckthorn family. Has thorns. They're different from spines. Remember, thorns are basically just parts of the stem. And this is a Xiphus obtusifolia Rhamnaceae. You can see it's got leaves on it when times are right, but then it drops them, and it can photosynthesize at the stems. There's a lot of cool thorny Rhamnaceae. I feel ridiculous saying that. Just like I got a lisp, like I'm saying I'm horny, but I'm a little lispy, kind of thorny. Anyway, trademark of this species, Jesus Christ, just stabbed me on the eye. Trademark of this species is it's got these nice vertical striations on the shoots right there, on the stems. See that? So we came up this nice little embankment over there. I don't know if you could see it. It's a Relict Stand of Taxodium mucronatum. And this is the northern extent of this tree. This is the northern range limit. Growing right on the river. With nice green jays in the background. Anyway, here's Taxodium mucronatum, which grows a lot stouter and I guess a little bit fatter. Then is that body shaming? Am I body shaming it? Then Taxodium disticum, the Louisiana swamp cypress, and this one ranges all the way down into Oaxaca state, and this is the northern limit of their range. There's Mexico over there. This fucking canebrake, this invasive canebrake, is everywhere. So the morphology of the cones is a little bit different. Morphology of the trees is a little bit different. The morphology of the pneumatophores, the knees, is a little bit different. And you can see how important they are in stabilizing this whole hillside of the Rio Grande. Jesus, look at those roots. Look how nice. Stabilizing this whole riverbank. But there's been no recruitment. None. Probably because of the dam, I assume, because seedling recruitment's contingent on having these big flooding events, and then the water level dies down for the year, and until it floods again the next year. And during that time, the seedlings get established. All that shit in the former Taxodiaceae, it's now merged into Cupressaceae, but all that stuff in Taxodiaceae, dawn redwoods, bald cypress, Chinese swamp cypress, California redwoods, both species, they all grow really fast. They're all adapted to these. They're all adapted to a lot of moisture. They're pretty much all riparian species, or at least grow in areas with a lot of rainfall, often in riverbeds and floodplains. And the reason they grow so fast, they can most of them can put on 5 to 6 feet a year, is because they need to get big really fast to beat next season's flood. So they germinate once the waters fully recede, grow really fast, put on a lot of growth, and then by the time it floods again next season, they're already 4, 5, 6 feet tall, and they can take it. How many 100 years old do you think that is? Maybe 1,000? Ooh, it's got a couple pneumatophores too. Anyway, so those tassel looking things are the male cones, of course, and then the little soccer ball looking things are the female cones, the seed cones, which I have right here. And the idea being, of course, that they break apart and fall into the water and disperse, and then the water brings them downriver. They land somewhere on a muddy bank somewhere, stay put there, and then of course the water levels recede a little bit, but the soil's still moist. Seedling germinates, grows up 5 or 6 feet, and then is ready to take on the next flooding event however many months later. Anyway, there's a new metaphor. See an aerial root? They're not as pronounced as in Disticum, the bald cypress. And that one ranges all the way up into southern Illinois. This is the northern extent of this range right here, just on the other side of the Mexican border, on the United States side of the Mexican border. But these are such impressive trees. I've seen them in Michoacan, Oaxaca, and they get fucking huge.